FF14 here again with another little Let's Play. In this one, I'm going to show everyone what is the Gold Saucer. Well, on paper, it's one of the newest additions to the game, released in the last patch. Essentially what you're going to be doing is, well, this is pretty much all the little side games, a bunch of mini games, a bunch of little fun things to do on the side, and this update was actually pretty anticipated for quite some time. Unfortunately, I am getting to this. I'm getting to this tutorial a little late in the game, but whatever. All right. Well, when you log in, if you haven't already, generally you first need to go to Ul'dah, because that's where the quest giver is located. Just do a quick little warp up there. And loading's takes a little while because of the server I'm on. Alright, now when you're in Ul'dah, basically just run up here. And, well, let's see, is there a guy hanging around somewhere around here? Well, I guess after I completed the quest, he disappears. But when I first got the quest, he was pretty close, and you can't miss it. Worst case scenario, you just hit the map and you head over to wherever you see the exclamation point. Well, when you get that quest, it will tell you to go to the airlift operator. And let me just see where that is. You basically take the elevator to get to the airships. Here he is. Airship landing. When you do, there should be you basically just take it over to her, turn the ticket into the Gold Saucer, and then just seek passage to the Gold Saucer. And if you've ever played Final Fantasy VII, the music should be very familiar to you. If it is your first time there, you would be treated to a little cutscene. And then you pretty much arrive at the Gold Saucer. And then just follow any of the quests that you get. The quest will generally take you on a tour, but if you're watching this, you probably aren't playing, so I will take you on a tour myself. This first area, this is the central square, pretty much. This is where you find the information desk, basically prize claim, MGP exchange. Now, you can't really... This is where you first start out to get some MGP. The most MGP you can get is 500. The most you can get via basically Jill to MGP is 500. You can get a max of 500 MGP, which is enough to get you started. And over here, we have what is called the mini cactpot broker. And this is essentially a scratch-off ticket. The goal of this is to get as low of a number as possible. As you can see, if you have a 6 MGP, you get 10,000, which is really good. Granted, on the opposite end of the spectrum, you could get up to 3,600. But, and if you notice, the higher the numbers, usually you'll get more than the 100 that you pay for it. So, the way I like to do it, I scratch off 3, and see what my best bet is. Which one do I want to do? I'll pop it right here. Alright, now I got a few options to go with. None of them really look enticing. Like, say, 9, 11, 18, which would get me... Or, no, 17, which would get me 180. Which isn't bad. It's not good, but it's not bad either. So, do I want to go for all the lower numbers? Like, as you can see, it is impossible for me to get a 6 right now. So it's just like any scratch-off ticket. Not only you need to get the right... You essentially need to get the right ticket, but with the added thing of... You need to be able to set it up right. Alright, now, so if I'm not going to go for the 6, I want to go for as high of a number as possible. And my best bet probably would just be going for the 9 and the 2 blanks, because these two... It's like, yeah, the 4 is there, so even if I get... Well, if I get an 8, it can be pretty good, but... I'm not going to try that. Let's try that. And I really... And, oh, there's the frickin' 8. So, that one was what was my own screw-up. Alright, well, the next spot inside the tour... Take you to everyone's favorite game from Final Fantasy VIII, Triple Triad. The way to start, you basically go to the Triple Triad Master. She should offer you a quest to basically get into the game. You will get a starter deck of some rather crappy cards, but play her over and over and get a couple improvements. Now, the difference from Final Fantasy VIII, there are a couple of them. The first one is probably the biggest one is the card drop rule change. In Final Fantasy VIII, you were able to basically do a whole bunch of... You were able to essentially take the cards of your opponents at will, depending on the trade rule, whether it be 1, difference, all, or whatever. In this game, it's all done by everyone's favorite random number generator. That is... It's annoying in my opinion, but oh well. I guess they need some way to keep it so that people actually need to work at this. The other thing that they changed is that you are limited to the number of rares that you have in your deck at one time. Starting out, you can have as many 1-star cards as you want, but only 1 2-star or higher is allowed. So whether it be a 2-star up to a 5-star, you can only have 1 total of all of them until you get a collection of 30 cards. Then you're able to use as many 1 or 2-star cards as you want, but you're still only allowed to have only 1 of any card that is 3 stars or more. At 60 cards, it turns into you can have as many 1, 2, or 3 stars cards as you want with only 1, 4, or 5. So it is essentially an artificial power check to basically make people just keep playing this game, which it's Triple Triad. It's not like you really need incentive to get people to play this game. But whatever. All right. Well, right next to her. Oh, the other thing I need to mention. You can only use 1 of each card in a deck. So you can't just stack up your deck with 5 of the same card. You can only have 1 of each card in a deck of 5. So what you do with all your extra cards that you get, you sell them. Well, I don't have any extra cards right now, but well, you know, let's get myself an extra card. Go to the card exchange. You have your pile of MGP. Got your options. So let's break the bank with a Gold Triad card, which is essentially a single card gold booster pack. It has a chance of one of a bunch of different cards, with the best chances being some 2-star cards, and you can win a couple 5-star cards if you're lucky enough. Bronze, you're only really getting a lot of low level. Silver is a bunch of mid level with, I believe, 1 4-star card, 1 4 or 5-star card if you get really lucky. And gold, you have a chance to get a couple different cards. So let's see what this one does. All right, bought that. Go into the inventory, right click, use. Oh, well, first let me just close this out. Let's see which one I get. Ooh, a 4-star card. A Sid, which I happen to already have. Really. Even when I get lucky, I'm unlucky. Alright, well, it gives me a card I already have, so now I can show you exactly what it does. Selling cards for MGP. You get 200 for this card, which is actually really good. I just wish I didn't have to do this one, but whatever. Alright, pop that. Sell, and there you go, just goes right back up. Now like I said, the card exchange, all your MGPs right there. Choose which ones you like. The big ticket item is the Cloud Strife card, which is a really nice card. I will say that for sure. It's a really nice card, and the Anonimo card is also very good too. Godbert drops from pretty much everywhere, from a bunch of high-level opponents, so he shouldn't be too hard to obtain. The Rhea Osena has only 2 places that I know of where it drops, and the rules that you need to get it, it's a pain in the butt. So I end up just picking that one up, and the Chocobo and Moogle cards are somewhat easily found. But yeah, that is how the Triple Triad is done. And oh yes, normally there is a little card icon on top. It kind of looks like that, except gold. Those are opponents that you have not beaten yet. So starting out, you will see these all over the place. At least inside this room, you'll see it on top of all the different opponents here, and on certain opponents throughout Eorzea. So it's all right. All right, now let's head to the next one. Oh, and by the way, make sure you pick up your Aethernet shards when you can. It makes bouncing around very easy, but whatever. Alright, the next one is the entrance square, which this is the hub. There's your Aetherite. Let's make our way up top. Mainly because of this. There's an event going on. These little events are usually usually good ways to make some MGP, or at least middling amounts. So for this one is Vase Off. So it costs 50 to participate, and I can win 120. So, all right. What I need to do for this one is basically run around turning in vases to the different people, while avoiding getting caught by these guys, who are wandering around all over the place. So I see the opening, sprint, avoid the sight of him. Now, their view is kind of crappy, but it'll hit you at times when you least expect it. But in this case, that was fine. So for this one, I need to deliver 3, which is not easy. Good God. Alright. Alright, yeah. Head upstairs. Whoa. Don't want to head upstairs right there. Alright, now, so the remaining 2 are right here, so let's try to get up here without getting spotted. And I do not want to take the little shortcut launcher, which are found around here in the little fountains, because that will break the vase. Vase, however you want to pronounce it. Yee. Okay, oh boy. Alright, this is gonna suck. Alright, he's coming down the stairs. Jeez, this is the most trouble I've had with this one in a while. Of course, there's someone right there. Alright, so instead, you know what? I can take this, I believe. Just can't go down the thing. Alright, now I'm up here. Oh boy. Okay. Just gotta find my opening. Ah, great. I'm somewhat trapped. Let's see if I can work this. Maybe he's turning in that way. And going back. So, you know, this isn't really easy, especially when you need to turn in 3. Turning in 1 isn't too bad, but turning in 3 is a pain in the butt. Let's see if we see going. Oh good, he went down the stairs. And back up the stairs, so I pretty much missed my chance. Right, you know what? Let's go down these stairs. Because I need to make it to the other side. Ooh, dodged a bullet on that one. Yeah, sometimes the view is pretty specific, but whatever, I just don't want to take that chance. Alright, got an opening, turned it in, and 480, which is actually a really good reward. But then again, when you're turning in 3, I would hope that the award is really good, but so I did. Well, and now this brings us to the next part of the tour. This is pretty much just a little event square type of thing. And it has a bunch of mini games, like one of my favorites, the Crystal Tower Striker. You get the timing of this right, you can just rack up MGP. Here, I'll show you. What you need to do, you need to get it into the top part, which I failed to do, which is kind of unusual. Alright, let me try that again. You won't get much out of it, you only get 5 if you win, and that doesn't include the -1 for playing it, so you'll get 4 each time you max it out. There you go. But yeah, if I'm bored and just trying to wait for a dungeon to pop, I just keep hitting that over and over again and just rack up the money. I already showed you the little shortcut to get to the top. And this one is Monster Toss, which is a pain in the ass. This is probably the hardest minigame in here right now. You need to do everything. It's like you get 5 points, you get 10, which is really nice. Let's see if I do it. Alright, that's actually the first time I hit 5 points. Awesome. Alright, that is the first time I've ever done that, so you got to see history being made. Let's move on to the next area. Alright, the Moogle's Paw is a minigame that is essentially a claw game. What you want to do is you navigate through here. You try to time it right. I missed that one. Just like in the normal claw games. Alright, let's see. Yeah, you kind of need to get it. You need to get it in between the Moogle's paws, essentially. Some people find this game very easy. Not me. Alright, that's a little too far up. The tiny ball is the big prize. Too high. Right, I'm gonna get this eventually. If you can't tell, I suck at the Moogle's Ball. Let's try this one. There we go. Got something. Small item is 5, large items 2. Some people find it very easy. As you can tell, that's not everyone. And now the fourth mini game here is called Kuffaker, which is pretty much you need to hit it in the middle, and that's it. Not like that. Yeah, the closer you are to the middle, the more points you get. There we go. It doesn't have to be exactly in the middle, but it needs to be within like a centimeter or a millimeter or something like that. It's not too hard. All right, that is the main floor of the Gold Saucer. There is one more thing about this area that really that everyone was really looking forward to, and that would be the chocobo racing. To get to it the first time, you go into the lift inside the entrance square here near the card games. Poke that. Head on up. You head on up, and when you get down to the main area over here, where the giant crowd of people is, to start out, you will be given a quest by the registrar, and it will take you down to the central shroud near the chocobo farm there. You continue it there. You get your first chocobo, and you essentially create the name for it. Yes, you decide if you want a male or female, and you make a name for it using a bunch of preset words. Unfortunately, you can't just create your own from scratch because that will be abused to high hell. So you might as well just pick a pair of words that you like. There are a lot of choices, so if you can't find something that you like, I can't help you. But after you do that and come back here, you go into the registrar. You're able to enter a race. Now, if you're just starting out, and you have like anything under a level 20 chocobo, you can do any race from rank 1. You can do a rank 1 to 20 race called the Maiden Race. That is a very good. It's a very good area to learn the ropes on how to do the racing, how to play it, and what to expect. There is a trading course. There is open where you can essentially face anyone. What I'm going to do, I'm going to do the R40 race, which is okay. There are 3 courses. I'm going to start out with random. Entry fee is 10 MGP, which is easy to get. And they even have a convenient little Kuffaker game right here. So, just basically just keep punching this guy, punch him, and money pops out. Alright, that's 8 right there. See if I can bump myself up to 12. And there you go. In the span of about 10-15 seconds, I got more than enough to basically pay for the entry fee right there. And now, I'll show you exactly what chocobo racing is. As you can see, you got a field of 8. You hold W to move forward, and you try to win. Now, if you watch up top, there's a stamina. Lathered means that you've been pressing forward a little too long, and he loses stamina a lot faster that way. Now, there are items in the game. The one I got right there was a stamina tablet. All you do is just press 1 on the keyboard or whatever your thing is, and it essentially does not drain stamina. Oh, the Briar Caltrop. This thing is painful. If you get hit by it, you lose a lot of stamina. I missed that item box right there. Alright, now what I got hit by was Bacchus's water, which essentially makes me accelerate without choice. So it's like I constantly accelerate. It's used to drain stamina early on, otherwise it's not that bad. Actually, at the end of a race, it's very nice to get hit by. Oop, another briar. Let's drain that guy's stamina. You see, I'm losing a lot of stamina because I keep getting hit by the damn water. That's where the usefulness of that comes in. Ooh, sprint shoes. One of the best items in the game. So I'm just gonna save this until after I finish. After this ends. I see, now that I'm out of stamina, my Chocobo is going really, really slow, but I built up enough of a lead that I don't need to worry about it. The game itself is a lot more involved when it comes to stamina management. You're going to want to learn how to manage your stamina as best you can, which will allow you to pretty much do a lot better. Like, I rarely ever come in 8th. But I rarely ever win either, because as it happens, the Chocobo that I have was not really built up that well in terms of speed. It was built up in terms of stamina and cunning. Now, to see the stats of your Chocobo, just go into the little Gold Saucer tab. Well, in the Gold Saucer tab, you can it's pretty much everything you need. You got your General, your Chocobo, your card list, decks, all that fun stuff. Now, for the Chocobo, you can change your appearance as you would your normal mount. Your pedigree shows exactly what the stats start out as. Now, the fun part about this guy, it's essentially your default starter, and it comes with essentially 2 of each. 2 stars of each, doesn't really matter. Pedigree level 1 means that, yeah, your parents sucked. Alright, now, here are all the fun little stats here. You rank it up by just doing races. Your rating is determined by the stats. That is what the R1 to 40 is. That is rating. You will pretty much level out of Maiden by just doing races, but you can speed it up by training it with different types of feed, different stuff. Now here, I'll show you what the feed does, like racing items. You can buy a bunch of different things. What I'm going to do, let's see. Let me just see what the stat was the lowest again. The lowest stat was max speed and acceleration. Okay. Speed is max speed, acceleration is how fast you get to that speed, endurance is how long it takes for you to become lathered, stamina is how much stamina you have, and balance allows you to turn without losing speed. The more balance and cunning you have, your balance improves cunning. What the balance does, when you press left and right, you essentially change lanes a little bit, and every time you do that, you slow down. So some people like to go back and forth when they're lathered to regain their stamp, to basically unlather them, I guess. Or you can basically get in front of people and block them. What I'm gonna do is, well, my lowest is top speed, so I'll drop the 2 grand on it. Go to the trainer here, race Chocobo training, pop this, select feed, and as you can see, if I get the rank 3, my speed goes up by 3. There are the rank 2 goes up by 2, and there are rank 1 versions that you can purchase from where you bought the Chocobo in the first place, from the farm in Central Shrug. That is probably one of the best ways to level up your guy early on, because you probably don't have a lot of MGP to spend. So, but be aware, you only have so many training sessions available to raise your stats. There we go. The other things that you can buy are training manuals. As you can tell, these are very expensive, but they give you certain abilities, like the dash basically gives you a speed boost with, essentially it's a free sprint shoe, which is always very, very useful. Now you got your 1 second one, and you have a 2 second one. As you can tell, to get twice as much speed boost, you pay 4 times as much. That's kind of tough. But there are a ton of different abilities. This one removes all enfeeblements with different success rates. So yeah, you got your 50 or 70. This one is cures. This one's kind of specific, which is silly. Oh, but it also restores your stamina at the same time. So while this one is a cure-all, this one is a cure the specific and you get a bonus. Like this one is frenzied. Reflect bounces things back. That's the one that mine got by itself. When you level it up and rank it up, eventually what it will learn a random ability on its own, which is a bit of a random number generator, but whatever. This is kind of useful. Chogo Steel. And you got your silence, which stops people from using the stuff. Shock. Yeah, that prevents them from using items. And that one prevents it from using abilities. These are abilities. Increased stamina. Yeah, this one looks like just a basic one. Got heavy resistance. Oh, so you actually gain resistance to different abilities. And I see these are, well, you can get the middle levels without spending too much. It's the Berserk, Speedy. Ooh, ability-induced stamina recovery. So I guess this one is used in conjunction with other abilities, which could be nice later on. And here's your straight-up EXP boost, which, if you have a crap ton and you just want to level a guy up faster, go for it. But this has no in-race help. I'm not going to get any right now, but let me just show you where you can find it. Like, see, there's the race ability, Reflect. So I got a nice 10-second one. Now let's go do another race. See how well I do with that one. Let's do another random. Now, inside the Gold Saucer, this is probably one of the better ways to gain levels. The other one would be just doing triple triad farming of the King. If you have a lot of time on your hands, you can just keep doing a Cuff a Cur or the Crystal Tower Smash. If you get the timing down. Like, that one wasn't that good. There we go. We'll basically just use that to pass the time, get the money. Make sure that this pops up before you hit race, otherwise you will lose it. Yeah, my voice is getting kind of tired for a second. Well, this is a different map than what we used last time, so I'm gonna stop talking and just let you guys watch. Oh, as you saw there, that was the Choco Boost. See, there's a little progress bar so you know how much is left. That way you can know whether or not to basically just go all out. You see, at the end, I do not want to cast this because it will cast it on the second place and essentially give him a nice speed boost. You know what? Screw it. Right now, I'm going to win. Now, I will say this. The reason I am winning is because I boosted my guy up enough that his top speed is actually pretty decent. And because he was already stamina-based, I'm pretty good when it comes to the stamina, too. So it's like I'm able to manage it really, really well, as you can see. The last match was a little different. But whatever. But yeah, as you can tell, after every race, there's a random person from 2nd to 7th that will get a bonus in the EXP that they earn. So which is nice. But yeah, the R40 gives you 93 for winning and 180 EXP when you win. So, and as you can tell, my has reached rank 25. Granted, this is still early on, so you don't have anyone really breeding anything, so it is a little easier. Alright, well, we played 2 of them, so now let's see, which is the one that we did not do? We never did Tranquil Paths, so I'll show you that one now. Oh, and since my guy leveled up, let's see which stats got bumped. Yep, as you can see, Stamina and Cunning are the 2 best. Acceleration, everything looks like it got bumped up by 1. Which is kind of what happens. And that's where the parentage comes into play. The better the parentage, the better the stats bump up, I believe. Yeah, the parentage determines the starting high stat and which stats get bumped up, and get bumped up by any bonuses. Oh, the other thing I need to mention: each chocobo has its preferred environment type. Like, as you can see, it's raining. It's like experiencing thunderstorms. It could be night. Mine is clear, sunny, and heat wave. So it does very good in sunny, warm temperatures. Oh yeah, you could get some interesting names like Impact Uranus and Maximum Fat. Okay, you see how my guy slows down a little bit when I'm drifting back and forth? That is where the cunning comes in. Pyrotonic is essentially mini God mode. You want to avoid the red. The red basically is a major stamina sap. Let's see if I can use this well. Damn. Third place. Oh well. Yeah, see, there are you can basically do good or bad. Third place still gets you 68, which is well more than what you paid to get into it, and you get a decent amount of EXP. So even if you don't win it, you're still getting something. I have played it quite a bit. So I'm halfway decent at it. So in that case, let's just go to the one of the easy opponents, the Spade. All right, let's see how he does against this deck, the power deck. Normally, I use this to farm MGP on a NPC that is out near Mordona. Yeah, he has nothing that can even come close. But yeah, different rules, like this is an all-open and a same rule set. There are a whole bunch of other rules. There's same, there's plus, there's random, there's all open, there's 3 open, ascending, descending, order, chaos, and fallen ace, I believe. Alright, now as you saw how to do this, every match has a match fee. There's a reward if you win with the chance of getting a card. You can see the different match rules and different regional rules. Let's do this again and just do a quick win. If you win, you get the win amount. If you draw, you usually get a little less than the match cost. However, if you are playing someone who has a 30 match cost, drawing them will usually get you more than what you paid, which is rather nice. Can't really do much there. Just the one spot. Doesn't matter. Yeah, the Spade guy is pretty easy. Yeah, he's a good way to just farm up basic cards, and yeah, you can get cards from him. They aren't really that good, but yeah, the Triple Triad Master gets everyone drops cards by chance. Whether they're good or not, that really depends on the opponent. Like as you can tell, he only has a 10 entrance fee, so he's one of the easiest opponents. The 30 entrance fee are the ones with the strongest decks to use. However, the different rule sets can just screw that up a whole bunch of different ways. Like, random really, really hurts in this game because the NPCs aren't susceptible to the same rules that you are, aside from these rules. When it's, say if it's random, they only have so many cards to choose to get to be picked, and all of them are very good. While you, on the other hand, oh, see, got an Ixal card. But yeah, the AI opponents, they are not limited by the rarity rule, which really sucks. And when random happens, they only have like 6 or 7 different cards that have a possibility of appearing, so it's not like any lower level cards could really be seen, which makes the random rule really, really difficult. But yeah, generally you make the different decks according to the rules that you know you're gonna face. Like I have these two for the same, or for the Ascension deck. I have Reverse for basically the reverse rule set. Descension I don't have a deck for. Power is generally for anyone who has like powerful decks. This is my default one. Beastmen, all the same type with the exception of him. Bahamut is all like monster, really powerful monster cards. Imperials, etc. You get the idea. Yeah, as you can tell, there's a list that you can get. Right now, as you can see, I only have 47, but a lot of people have like a full 60 pack pile of cards, which is very, very nice. There are a bunch of websites out there that you can find which will give you a list of all the cards in their locations. I would highly recommend it if you want to save some time. Other than that, it's pretty straightforward. And with that, that is the entirety of the Gold Saucer. Ooh, actually no, it's not. Scratch that. I am an idiot right now. Sorry about that. Let's do a quick warp right back. If I don't hit the damn keyboard. Now the last thing about this game is, or about the what was it called? About the Gold Saucer. God, it's been a long morning. Is the last thing I want to tell you about is the actual real Cactpot board. This is the big jackpot. You pretty much go to her and pay, I believe, 100. Yeah, you pay 100. You're able to pick the numbers that you want. For this one, I just did a random, got 5732. And as you can tell, the more people who purchase tickets, the better the bonuses are. Which is nice. Like, the more people that pick it, the higher the consolation prize is. If you hit level 7, which is if 770 people buy the tickets, or something like that, wow, it's not really much. Okay, whatever. Alright, basically this gets, everything gets bumped up according to whatever these are. Like, it normally starts at 1, it's like 100,000, 1 million, 10,000, 1,000, and then 10. So for this one, the consolation will basically be a loss, but everything else is a much bigger win. Or actually, no, everything is 1008 with the carrying decimal place, so it's 8, 8, and then 8. And then, yeah, 10 at the bottom. But yeah, it's pretty simple, straightforward. There's one drawing every Saturday at 10 p.m. Server time, which is right there, which is later in the day, unless I actually know. You know what? Now that I think of it, I can't remember if it's server time or local time. But right now I'm Eastern time, so it could be 10. I think it's 10. I think it is 10 p.m. Eastern time now that I think of it. But yeah. So now you see past results. Oh, no one actually hit it. Wow. Participation bonus. More people that join in, the higher the level becomes. Blah blah blah. 100 MGP to enter, and you can win a whole big pile of crap. This is the best. This is probably the fastest way if you do get lucky and win it. Oh, you get an early bird bonus if you claim it within 1 hour Earth time of the drawing. So yeah, if you wait for it to pop, you can get a bonus. I think that might be the bonus. But yeah. It's just basically pay the card, pop in your numbers, and hope that they match. The way that they do it is that it's always using the last numbers. So it's either no match. It starts at the last number. So fourth prize, the last number matches. Third prize, the last 2. Second prize, the last 3, and first prize is all 4. So if you get the first 3 as a match and miss the last one, unfortunately, you're stuck with the consolation prize, which kinda sucks. But what are you gonna do? It's how they get you. Alright, and with that, that is the last thing to showcase inside the Gold Saucer. And I hope this tour was enlightening. Hope it helped. And as per usual, remember to like, subscribe wherever you found this. And I hope to see you all next time.